explain to you guys the difference between a custom cocktail, a signature cocktail, and a highlighted cocktail for your wedding. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, aren't those all the same thing? They're not. I've been doing weddings for 12 years and I also own a mobile bar. I feel educated to talk about this. Now, I'm going to go through these 3 types of cocktail from the lowest tier to the highest tier to explain them to you. And I'll give examples. The lowest tier would be a highlighted cocktail or a feature cocktail. These drinks are a pre-known recipe. We aren't modifying them. It's a recipe that you like to drink and you pick to highlight it or feature it throughout the night. Usually these are 4 ingredients or less, and it's always made out of items that are already on your bar package. For example, maybe a cranberry vodka soda is my drink of choice, and we call it the Her cocktail. You could still make a cute sign, but all the ingredients in this drink are already on your bar package and they're very easy to make. And a highlighted cocktail or a featured cocktail should not have an extra charge unless you are making one per person or having them displayed on a shelf or a tower. Moving on to the signature cocktail. This is a pre-known recipe as well, but it has some level of customization or a minor recipe change. Emphasis on the minor. It is going to include ingredients that are already on the bar. Plus, it is going to include ingredients that are not in your bar package. So you have to bring those items in, or the caterer has to bring those items in. They're still moderately easy to make. You'll still probably make a little sign. And the example of this would be a caramel espresso martini. Maybe you call it our cocktail because it's both of the couple's favorite drink. The items for an espresso martini are typically not on every bar package. And adding a caramel drizzle or a fun garnish, probably not on your bar package either. And lastly, we're going to talk about the custom cocktail. This is the highest level of cocktail. This would be a drink recipe made from scratch or a pre-known recipe that is heavily modified. It is going to include several ingredients that are not on the bar package that you're having to bring in. And these are going to be more difficult to make, and they are not going to be made in batch ever. These are made fresh for every single drink. An example of this, you guys have a lavender honey gin fizz drink. You call it the Bee Hut because that's where your first date was. And guess what? You're also using local honey from that restaurant. So yes, are all 3 alcoholic beverages that you could have at a wedding that probably have some sort of cute sign and a cute name? Yes. But the level of customization and the items put into each cocktail are completely different. Highlighted cocktails, no additional charge typically. Signature cocktails, usually a charge. Custom cocktails, always a charge, and usually pretty hefty. Hope this helps.